Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my Blaze Wizard. Today guys, I wanted to start off with a new piece of content that my Blaze Wizard has reached, and that is being able to attempt to blue dot in Black Mage. At the end of the last part, I showed that I spent quite a lot of money into my star forcing and spent a lot of money also into my cubing. The whole goal of this was to obviously get my character a lot stronger, but I really wanted to get myself into more parties and progress a little bit further. As I said to start, the first thing I wanted to show you guys was this Black Mage run. As of right now, Black Mage is just simply a tool for us to try to get our Genesis weapon, but in an upcoming update, we won't need to actually clear Black Mage to do our liberation missions anymore. But I wanted to get a start on it, and I figured I might as well try to get a blue dot in before the new changes. I wanted to share with you guys just this run that I did here with Boy, who is our guild leader. Big shout out to him for taking me along and essentially splitting a gigantic boss crystal with me. I promise that we do actually trade. I do take him as well on his other characters whenever he needs it, so it is not just a one-sided carry. That aside, going into this run, I was around 57 mil combat power. I am a little bit underneath the required arcane force, but I'm hoping to be able to brute force it by just having a little bit more levels than I usually do. And my goal here is to be able to do about 24 trillion damage to be able to blue dot. Starting off, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Blaze Wizard. One of the things about this class that I'm actually having a lot of trouble with is its burst. I haven't really shown the pros and cons of this class, but one of the biggest downsides of Blaze Wizard of its current iteration is the fact that when you are bursting, you are basically a sitting duck. Maybe I've mentioned it a few times, but it is a huge downside for this class. In P2 Black Mage, there are a lot of things that are flying around even when the boss is origin bound. The rollings, the spikes, the chains, the fallings, everything still kind of goes on around you. So as I'm bursting on Blaze Wizard, I am basically just hoping for the best. I don't get hit by anything. There's nothing really that I can do except to let go of my burst and more or less lose a giant chunk of my damage. It's even worse for this current iteration because I am quite reliant on this Ring of Restraint 4 that I have for damage. But for the most part, I kind of got lucky in a lot of my bursts and I got a lot of my damage out without too much of a hassle. Just basing it off of my battle analysis here, I think I did quite a lot of damage in P2, and as long as I didn't stop attacking, I think I was going to comfortably be able to blue dot in this particular fight. I wasn't trying to play too aggressive or anything like that. Made sure to try to play as safe as possible so they didn't die out, but also really focusing on trying to get as much of my burst out whenever it was possible. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention about Blaze Wizard, not only does it have a very awkward burst, causing it to be basically stationary for a very long time, it has very limited mobility. My main two forms of mobility are my flash jump and a skill called flash fire. Flash fire allows me to teleport to a predetermined spot, and I can use that to escape a decent amount of mechanics. It's actually quite a powerful skill. But the problem is I have to be grounded to be able to use it, and that basically means that Blaze Wizard as a class is kind of a sitting duck when it's in the air. It doesn't have a real way to kind of stop momentum outside of using Blink, which has a really long cooldown. And it doesn't have any alternative forms of movement outside of the flash jump. Effectively, if you flash jump on this class, you are locking into that movement, and if you don't like where you're going, then that's kind of too bad. I did have a little bit of trouble in P2 and P3 because of the flash jump. It was hard to make any micro adjustments. I relied a lot on walking, but knowing these weaknesses, I did have to play a bit carefully. P3 was relatively awkward. Again, I can't really do my bursts very consistently. I can't hold my Infernosphere down for very long because Black Mage does kick, and he will kick you out of the burst if you try to use it. One of the things I hoped to rely on was my friend's Origin burst, so during that small window when the boss is bound, I should be able to comfortably burst, but unfortunately when he used his Origin burst, my cooldowns weren't quite up yet, and I felt a little bit of pressure to try to do a little bit more damage in P3, and I went for a burst, but of course I got kicked right out of it, and I didn't really do much damage. Thankfully though, we got into P4 nice and healthy. Between both of us we had quite a lot of lives, and I kind of trusted myself to not die out in P4. Here I did the rest of the required damage nice and comfortably. I didn't really need to stress too much about the damage that I did in P2 and P3, but because I did a decent amount of damage, it worked out to be very easy. Nothing really much to say about this boss clear, nothing interesting really dropped. Just wanted to get my liberation mission started, so then I can skip a few weeks of the new Genesis missions. A nice 2.5 bill crystal being able to be sold here, And I appreciate you, boy, for taking me on this boss run. It's finally here. Green belt. It's beautiful. We managed to get the belt before before buying the ring. Once I'm able to buy the ring, I can go straight to full set. Finally. Dude, I've been begging for this belt. I know it looks lucka, but every single run that I've done on this character has been 400% drop rate. Every single run. Literally every single run. Either Anil has taken me, or somebody on my buddy list has taken me, or I have my own 400% drop. Every single run I've done it with 400. I've seen 3 superiors. That is... I don't know if you can call that lucky. I'm very happy though. Finally. So I can transfer my pink bean belt. I made this thing a long time ago. I think the first Star Forcing event that I did on this character, this is when I did the belt. And that was like, what, a month ago. And now, finally have a superior belt. Oh, look at the gains. It's only going to get better once I hit full set as well. So we'll just transfer it here. It'll be just at 20 stars. And I'll just leave it at 20 stars for now. With this, I have some spare cubes. You guys think I was going to zero out? Nope, I had spare cubes. I was ready for this. Oh, I can use my bossing cubes. Clear up my storage as well. Alright, 110 tries. Sure, we get to unique. And then I'm just gonna get this to... Is it worth getting it to legendary? I think I'll just use some bright cubes. If it tears up to legendary, then it's fine. If it doesn't go to legendary, I'll probably settle on like the first 15% I see. Either 15 or 18. There's a small chance at 3 lines on unique or something. But that's assuming this even gets to unique, right? Alright, I'm getting a little worried here. Just a little bit. It knows I want this unique. It's not going to give it to me. I have tiered up so many items with these green cubes to unique in a lot less effort than this, for sure. Please tier up. So the game knows I want this too much. It's doomed. I'm going to run down this entire stack and not get to the unique. Oh, nah. Oh, okay. Alright. So, oh, it's all good, guys. It's all good. I can save my money then. That's 21. I just saved a bunch of money going for legendary. See, it's all good. I bounced out in the end. My first try before 510, 1514, and after was 1875. Or 1872, rather. Get a little bit more EXP here. What's this? Ooh, 5%. I'll take a 5% extra EXP, for sure. There we go. First high mountain clear. Not high mountain. First Angler Company clear. And I think this gives me like 7% and 55 fragments. I think this might actually be able to be enough to upgrade my Soul Janus after I hand in my daily. If I hand this in now, got 161 fragments. Oh, here we go. Level 14 Soul Janus. One more for optimal dusk farming, if I decide to do that. This is the only part that I'm going to be including in the video. All it took was like 5 sets of Afterlands and now we're done. If you know, you know. This is going to be completely out of context and I'm just going to open this door. Here we go. We got our Afterland totems. Wasn't that so fun, guys? That wasn't so bad. You know, just a 40-minute pre-quest. There it is. This weird box. Even after I'm out of the Afterlands, it still curses me with the useless garbage that I picked up along the way. All good. There we go. Int, luck, and then one of these two. I'll pick the painter guy. This one can stay in my inventory. Oh, there we go. I'm free. Alright, I guess today we'll start off with doing some weeklies on the Blaze Wizard. So, I'll be running some bosses with JH today, and we'll see if we can get anything fun. This character is a lot stronger than last time, so I'm looking forward to see just how fast our bosses are. For all the guys that have taken me for the bosses recently, they didn't need to slow down anyway, but now, even less so. Looking forward to seeing some fun drops. I think he will probably want to do the more annoying bosses first, so it's probably going to be like a V-Healer Dark Knell, and then go down from there. So going into these bosses, I am 62 mil combat power. Oh no, he didn't rebind. Oh nah. Doesn't matter, I got caught by a string anyway. I think if I tried to solo this boss, it'd probably take me quite a while to get through. When I originally liberated this character, I actually struggled a lot with V healer because the burst was just a little bit awkward. Most other classes you can kind of move around during your burst. This class, not so much. You kind of just get locked in one spot and there goes your burst. If I was fully paying attention, I probably would have full bursted as well. That's kind of my bad. Alright, nice. Very comfortable. But he's strong as hell, so I don't know how much of that contribution is actually mine. Alright, grats on sauce. Or nothing, that works too. Oh no, I'm so dead. Oh, I somehow lived. Okay, there goes my door. JH and I have lost 2 and 3 lives each. I'm about to lose my 3rd one. Alright, oh good. Dude, how do we run down our lives so fast in that? Alright, give us an armor box. Would be good. I think that's the biggest thing I'm coping for right now, is just the armor box. So I can save myself a few droplets. Oh my god, look at the orbs. Holy. Did you guys see how fast they all dropped? That's crazy. Yo, are those 10 bill lines I see at the top there? You can barely see the damage lines, but I think I'm doing 10 bill lines now. Yo, the gains on this character. Crazy. Oh, nah. I got animation locked. That's what I get for trying to press buttons. Last week, he got a ET from Gloom after taking me. So let's hope that he gets another one. Oh, armor box. Never mind, even better. Okay, that was my best case scenario right there. Holy crap. This character's non-stop eating. They've got an armor and weapon box once per week so far. Actually insane. Before I go to the next boss, I might as well just wear the shoe. It might actually be better. Because I'm only missing my arcane shoe right now. Is this actually just better? It is. Yeah, it's just better just to wear it straight up. I might as well. Because it gives me a bunch of attack and stuff. Man, JH's Demon Slayer is so strong. I think this character is actually stronger than my Battle Mage. Nice. Alright, nothing here, so good. That's okay. We've been pretty lucky with the slime rings over the last couple of weeks. I think we've seen 4. I think between me and Anil, we've gotten 2. And then JH has gotten me maybe 2. I'm not sure. But I've been pretty lucky with the slime ring drops in general, so I'm not surprised that it didn't hit today. I think I'm okay with skipping Lu Will. I'll tell JH. I'll try solo those ones. I'm not that confident with C10, but I think Lu Will might be a fun challenge. Lucid I think should be okay, but Will is going to be a bit of a hands check. I'm not sure how much my damage is going to carry me. I think I might be able to just brute force it, but I'll probably try it once I have like more full G skills. Seren? I think we're going to wait a little bit longer for Seren. I have some space for gains. Have recovered from the afterlands? Why else do you think I started my stream so late? Just couldn't sleep because all I could think about was collecting the 12 keys. Yeah, originally this character did have a Lydium heart from the Demon Slayer event, but for whatever reason, the heart that they gave us for the Demon Slayer event was temporary. Like, why? The Lydium heart is like so garbage anyway. Why'd you make it temporary? Oh man, I got caught by that. Oh good. I think if I stay on this platform, I might teleport there. I don't want to like respawn and him teleporting to the bottom. I get the feeling the moment I respawn, he's gonna teleport. Oh, I'm dead. Alright, nice. My P2 was a little bit slow, just because I was like saving some of my attacks. Maybe I could have just bursted out or something. Oh nah, my Fires of Creation ran out. That's not good. Alright, nice. It's about an 8-minute run, not too bad. break the box. Come on. Managed to run through most of the bosses. Thank you, JH, for the C10E runs today. Managed to get the armor box, which puts me at 5-set arcane now. Can save myself some droplets. Now I just need to upgrade this up a little bit. I have some spare flames, so I'm trying not to spend any money right now. But I do have leftover stuff, which I don't mind using. Managed to get the shooter unique. And I have some leftover cubes here. See if we can get something fun. Ideally, you will have multiple characters. For me, I only care about 2. Ooh, did tear up. This character has definitely been eating when it comes to most of the drops. Weapon box on like 2nd week. Armor box on 3rd. And I think this is the 4th week. And I got this. Looking for at least 20% here. Not planning to buy any more cubes. I think if I end up with a dud pot, I'm just going to leave it. 26 would be nice as well. Alright, I'm just going to wear this. And then swap back into my damage gear. I'm at almost 60 mil clean now. This is almost the damage I had with my fams on. So with fams. With damage fams. 63.5. Pretty good. Definitely making our way there. So, now that I've done my 1k mobs for today, today's pretty fun. Because our check-in is this fairy heart. Finally. I have some spare stuff. I'm trying to save my money. So I won't be going for like 3-line or anything like that. If you guys are going in blind to this event, I know exactly the same amount as you guys do. Ooh. Alright, gained a little bit of stat there, and eventually I will 3-line that at some point. But for now, I'm just saving up my money. Isn't this so exciting? What a milestone. I can finally upgrade this. Oh, now I can dusk farm at full efficiency. Almost. Full efficiency at 30, but 15 is pretty good. Now that I finished all of my farming, I will give a go at Lucid. I'm sure I have the damage to do it, it's just going to be a matter of will I be able to burst out of P3. I think with my Raw 4 and the gains that I've made over the last couple of days, it should be enough. We'll just have to see how it goes. I'm going into the fight with this amount of combat power, 62.5. I do remember running this boss a while ago in Kronos on my original Blaze Wizard, and P3 was unwinnable. Win this easily. I'm mostly concerned for P3. I think P1 and 2 shouldn't be too bad, but P3 might be a bit iffy. Blaze Wizard's burst isn't exactly the greatest. Sitting up, I do have to sit up. I was like completely slouched into my seat. Alright, the damage that I've done here in P1 looks like P3 is not going to be too much of an issue, thankfully. Now I just need to make it through the fight without throwing. Actually, you know what? This is going to be easy. Never mind. I don't think this is going to be hard. I had no faith in myself. Turns out, the Blaze Wizard's kind of strong. Oh no, I'm so dead to these butterflies, aren't I? Oh yeah, I am so dead. If I had chosen to do the other iframe, I probably could have gotten away with that. You know, only losing 2 lives in P1 is actually not bad. Usually the golems kind of end your career a little bit. This turned out to be okay. Oh, am I just dead? I'm just gonna hope I live. I didn't want to leave my role. Yeah, is it crazy to say that this run might be faster than my Wild Hunter's run? Class experience diff? I don't think so. I feel like I've had more experience on my Wild Hunter than my Blaze Wizard. But the DPS on this class is a lot better. Wild Hunter's DPS is pretty sad. Oh, look at the damage go. We love a good raw 4 burst. Beautiful. So I don't actually know if the Origin made a difference, but god damn, does raw foil feel good on this class. Much easier than I expected. Right, let's swap over onto our drop, and here's hoping for a Twilight Mark. I'm also looking for a Weapon Jump 4, because I believe this class uses Weapon Jump 4 and a Raw 4 after the changes. Oh, I hate this game so much. I hate this game so much. Are you kidding me? Nothing hurts more than when chat is right. Whenever you guys say grats on belt and it happens, it just hurts like 100 times more than it has to. Dude, I gotta stop. Why do I keep seeing belts? It's always the belt. Why can't it be the other ones? Why am I getting trolled by the belt specifically, huh? No, you don't understand. It's not about whether or not I get it pitched. Look, I'm pretty happy that I get pitched, but it's always the belt. And I hate it the most when you guys want this for me, because I know you guys don't mean well. Every single person in chat that says grats on belt are having a mad laugh right now at my expense. Well, you know what? First clear, first belt, it's all good. Jokes aside, I have seen 3 pitch this week across 2 characters, so it's been a pretty good week in terms of pitch. To round out this stream, let's give a go at Hard Will. I have most of the items required for it, I just need to buy. Let's get a Legion Might just to make sure. Legion Luck for when we clear. And I have plenty of serums and everything else. Oh, I can get also a VIP here from this event. I have my Links and Legion on. Let's put this here. And then I think my guild skill should be up. Nice. That looks about right. I lost a little bit of combat power because I flamed my Dom Pendant and lost 5% stat. And that's okay. It shouldn't make or break this run, right? Alright, let's not think about it too much. Let's go. Did I not press serums? Alright, let's go round 2. See what I mean, guys? I buy things, but then I don't press them. So what's the point? Okay. I think this is a pretty good split. Alright, hopefully 10 gears are enough here with the raw. I think I should be able to DPS out of this though. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way I split the burst. Nice, that was something I wasn't so sure on. Splitting the burst in 1-1 is always a little bit confusing, depending on the boss. This actually might be faster than my mechanics run. I need to balance out the colors a little bit here. Alright, test is going to be pretty soon. If I get lucky, it might be on the other side. Then I can chip down the other side a little bit. Also, to be honest, I cannot really see my character here, so I'm kind of just hoping I don't get hit by a tornado. This is turning out to be a very comfortable run. Alright, I don't think I even need to origin in P2, which is really nice. Not having to origin in P2 does save a decent amount of effort, I think. Have to refresh my Fires of Creation. I think I should probably put it in a closer key. Kind of makes sense to have it on F5 though. It's like I'm refreshing the skill. Man, I cannot wait until this class gets a dash. If I had a dash, this would be a lot cleaner for sure. Because I'm like just over jumping everything. Look how far I fly. And then going into the next phase, I have full burst up. I think I can get away just playing as a 2-minute class, doing 2 2-minute class bursts. I should be into P3, hopefully. And then I can hopefully have my burst up for P3 and then see how much damage my origin does. Now I just need to hope that I don't die in my burst. But I have door, so I'm just going to sack door here. Okay, I don't want to lose my life here though. I am not doing a very good job preserving my moonlight here though, unfortunately. But the damage looks pretty good. I'm looking pretty good for P3, I think. It's hard to hit him when he's that far into the corner. Because if he does webs, it's really bad. Now that I lost door, I can use Phoenix Run. I don't remember what hotkey that's on. 6. It's like a pseudo door. So my burst should come back up by the time that I get into P3. Okay, so hopefully I'll have max gears by the time I go into P3. I'll have time to charge it back up during my origin as well. And the question is, can I catch poison? If I can catch poison, this will be a lot easier. I will play for the poison. Okay. Gotta make sure I watch when he unbinds, if he does white. Yep. In case you're wondering, nope, I cannot see anything. I'm just kind of guessing where my character is right now, honestly. Gotta make sure I clean at least 2 webs at a time. Okay, my moonlight's actually looking pretty decent. It's better than I expected. I really thought that this was gonna be a bit more of a pain, but that might just be because I haven't done very much in this fight just yet. Keep jumping up on this ledge here. It's kind of annoying. I burst in 40. Maybe I used my AB link a little bit too aggressively. Oh, I didn't end up pressing it. Alright. All good. Alright, poison. Love to see it. Actually, I might be able to... Can I catch next poison for my next burst? What's the cooldown on poison? Is it 30 seconds or a minute? I think it might be 30 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna just gamble for it. Fires of Creation ran out there. If I buff up here, will he poison here? I think he might. Oh, lucky. Nice. Very clean poison burst. Now this is what I was kind of worried about. Like, because I was not really focusing on cleansing these webs very well. It's starting to look a little gross. But hopefully it's going to work out. It's a little bit more annoying for me because my only form of movement is this little really sad flash jump right now. So I'm going to try to gain as much moonlight as I can in between these bursts. When that big web starts coming in, it's going to be annoying. Oh, he's almost dead actually. Maybe he could have just saved for my 2-minute burst instead of doing a mini burst. Yeah, when the bind comes back up, I can just get out. And I also caught poison at the end there. Nice. Alright, that was much easier than I expected. Thankfully, I didn't have to stay in the fight for too long. I think if I had to actually properly dodge the legs and stuff, I don't think I'd have a good time. That was a reasonable hold. It was like about 6 minutes. It looks pretty good. I had enough time to probably do a second origin burst, which is pretty nice. So reasonably clean. I think that's a good goal. Like if I'm trying to solo hard will, if I can stay in P3 long enough to do 2 origins without being too sad, that's pretty good. Alright, let's see if we get anything here. Ooh, armor box. Let's go. That is actually a good drop. Thank you so much, Will. Yo, this week I actually got so many drops on this character. I got 2 armor boxes this week. Between getting an armor box and twilight marks and ring boxes is not a bad item to get. I'll probably end up just getting the glove. I don't think I can save this for a star forcing event. Yeah, I don't think saving for a star forcing event, that it's not possible. And on top of that, we can sell this nice crystal. 600 mil. Pretty good for about a 20-minute run or so. I think it was about 20 minutes, yeah. And it's only going to get faster than that from here. I think a lot of the time saved probably is going to be in P1 and P2. I think P3 was pretty comfy. Didn't have too much trouble with it. Although, I think in P3, I did have to catch poison a few times, so hopefully in the future ones I don't have to worry about poison as much, because it was getting a little bit tight on the webs at the end. And just to round out today's video, I just wanted to show you guys probably one of the most important Golix runs on this character, and that is the run to get my last superior piece. Towards the beginning of the video, you guys saw me get a superior belt, and in a previous part I did end up getting a superior earring. I have also done some upgrades on a superior pendant, so this would make the 700 coin run to get my superior ring, finishing up the 4 set and giving me an insane set bonus. The 4 set bonus gives us 30 boss damage and 30 IED, which is insane. And of course, from the 5, 10, 15, I already had a 21 star ring prepped and ready to be transferred. It does feel a little bit bad to transfer away a 3-lined Meister ring, but thankfully in the previous event I was actually able to get a 22 star Meister ring, so even though it looks like a bit of a waste, it is fine to sacrifice this ring for an insane set bonus. Conveniently too, after I transferred the ring, it actually kept most of its potential, but it still added up to about 15% stat. And after equipping the ring, it brought me up to 69.5 mil combat power. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, it helps me out a lot. And if you would like to see more from me, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.